Hello, I'm Penny, and today I'm going to make some tuna fish cakes for you to follow and to make at home. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to work on the potatoes. So you will all have a couple of large potatoes in your bags. Give them a quick wash and then peel them. So I've already done some to make it easier. So here's my peeled potatoes. I've chopped them down, as you can see. And then I'm just going to take a knife and just make them a bit smaller to go in a saucepan like that, because they're going to cook a lot quicker if you chop them down. Then put those into a saucepan with plenty of water, a little bit of salt, and bring them to the boil and then let them simmer down until they're lovely and soft. And when they're lovely and soft, you're going to mash them. So in true lost my tea towel. In true Blue Beta style, here's some I made earlier. Now you can see it's quite stiff, and that's absolutely fine because everything else you've got is going to be quite soft, so you want it to be quite stiff. So that's our potato, which is already cooked, ready to go into our bowl in a minute. So then you've got 2 tins of tuna. Drain them off a little bit, I've already done these, and open them. So you're going to take your tuna and you're going to pull off the lids. Sometimes they can be a bit hard. And then just pop them into your bowl. Doesn't matter if there's a bit of liquid in there. If you haven't quite drained it out, don't worry. Adds to the flavour as well. So just scrape it out, we don't want to see any bits left over. You could use other fish, you don't have to just use salmon. You could use white fish, you could use salmon, you could use tuna. I think you could even do it with sardines, although they're quite strong taste, or mackerel. They would be quite a strong flavour. So there's your tuna in there, and into that we are going to add our potato. So all that potato is going in. I know it looks a lot, but it also means that this dish will make a lot, and it will go a long way. So that's that into the pan, and 2 eggs in this pot, because we're going to use the other egg afterwards. I'm going to show you what to do. So 2 eggs in there like that. A teaspoon of dill. You'll have a little pot of dill, so a teaspoon of dill. Mine's got caught on the spoon. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. Be careful, sometimes pepper can come out a bit fast, or mine can anyway. And then we've got some spring onions. This is quite a big spring onion, so if it's not spring onions, you can use ordinary onion, or you can leave out the onion altogether. So I just cut that into 4 like that, and then I'm just gradually cutting down relatively finely. This will get cooked out anyway, so quick. But remember, with the children, to not use too sharp a knife, and they can have a little go at chopping it, but you do want it quite fine, although it will be cooked. So, and you can use all the spring onion, you don't just use the white bit. So that makes quite a lot of onion. That's going in there like that. And remember the washing hands. I washed my hands before we started. Don't forget, we showed you shown you how to do the washing of your hands before. Make sure your hands are clean. Now, so we've got the tuna, the potatoes, the egg, the spring onion, the seasoning. You can either take a fork and mash it all in, or you can take a big spoon and mash it all in. like that. And you just want to get this all mixed up. You can always do this on the mixer as well, but we're trying to avoid using mixers and things. Or you can do, now as I said, I nearly always wear gloves. I'm going to wash my hands and I'm going to show you what we're going to do. Because for the next part you're going to need your hands anyway. So I'm going to go in there and I'm going to, I think you can probably see it, I'm really mixing this up. I'm breaking up the tuna at the same time because there were some lumps of tuna in there that I don't really want. Because I want all that to be incorporated. Because although there was a lot of potatoes, you can still see quite a bit of tuna in there. I hope you can anyway. And so that's quite nicely mixed up. I'm quite happy with that. Okay, so put that to one side there, and we're going to crack. We'll start with 1 egg and see how it goes. So I've said 4 eggs on the recipe. You may only need 3 eggs. So just 1 egg whisked up with a fork and a little 2 or 3 drops of water. Helps it to go a bit further, like that. And then we're going to take our breadcrumbs. Now you will all have breadcrumbs in a bag ready done for you. You can buy breadcrumbs from the supermarket already done in packs, or panko crumbs are also quite nice. So here's my crumbs. Could have done with crumbing them a bit finer, but we won't worry about that. And then I'm going to take an amount of burger, so sort of like a fistful, and I'm just going to make it into a bit of a round, and then I'm going to drop it into the egg like that, just gradually, and then from there I'm just going to toss it in the breadcrumbs like that. So I'm just going to make a couple up to show you again, and then obviously you can make the others up. So as I say, it's about a fistful, and just shape it around. Drop it into the egg gently. This is a bit messy and you might need a spoon to lift it in and out. Then gradually just bring your burger, fish cake around like that, and there you are, there's another one. And then they can sit in the fridge until you're ready to cook them. Just fry them in some oil. You've got some oil, gently fry them, don't fry them too hot. You could pop some oil on a baking tray and do them like this, and then just give the tops of them a quick spray with oil as well, and bake them in the oven if you want to be a little bit healthier. But as you can see, that's 3, and I've still got half the mixture there, so it makes a really good quantity, and they're quite big. If you want to have a bit of fun, and or you've got little children, just take a small amount, roll it into your little ball, and then flatten it down a bit, drop it in the egg, lift it out, into the breadcrumbs, just like that. Give it, once they're out the breadcrumbs, just give it another little shape. And then you've got some little ones that look quite attractive too. And that might be better for your little children, or for the younger children, than a great big one. Just try experimenting with what you like to do. I think they're quite nice little, but I wasn't going to do too many of these, but so I will fry them off for you and then show you later what they're going to look like. If you don't want to make them flat, you can make them into balls like that. Again, drop them in. So the egg that I've got here is doing quite well. I would say always do this on a board so you don't get, so your mess is contained to the board. Just thought of another way you could do it. So you want to make it look like a fish finger. Roll it like a sausage in your hand, like that, and then just make sure it can go in the egg, and then roll it in the breadcrumb again, and then you've got a fish cake, a fish finger, or a croquette, or something like that shape. So there's a few ideas for you, and then we'll cook those off in a little while, and you can see the end results in a bit. So I'm back, and I've just fried them off. You can see how large they look. Those burgers look really, really big, and serve them with a nice green salad or some green vegetables, or you could make your own chips, something like that, or you could buy a few chips. So those little ones, really good size for the children. And then just move those around a little bit. There's your fish finger or your croquette, which I think also looks really nice. So hope you enjoy those, and they're a little bit different, and really quite inexpensive meal to make for the family. So enjoy, and how quick and easy it was. Just got me organised with cooking the potatoes first. So thank you for watching.